Okay, and we're live. I hope everyone can hear me. Am I audible? I hope I'm audible. If I'm not, this would be quite embarrassing considering that this is my third live. So, yeah, I'm doing a live after a very long time. Feel free to start commenting in the live chat, whoever is out there, whoever is watching. So, I have a quick few updates to give. Once I'm done giving the updates, you guys can ask me some questions if you have any. Otherwise, I'll just wrap it up quickly. So I have six updates to give precisely. So the first update is this month, that's the upcoming month, September, I won't be doing podcasts. And even if I do them, it won't be regular, it won't be every week. I'll instead focus on doing more shorter videos that are opinion pieces or observations. Last year during October, I had done only two podcasts, one in the beginning and one at the very end of October. But in between, I put many of these uh, opinion pieces. One titled "Wokeism," one another video titled "Agorism," another video called "Scientism." So I'll be making more such videos. I have a lot of things to say, so I'll be putting this 5 to 10 minute videos in the coming month. So that's what I'll be focusing on. So I won't be putting a lot of energy on podcasts. I think I've done enough podcasts to the point where I'm slightly bored by it. The second update that I have is see, ever since I crossed 1,000 subscribers, I've got two community members and I've also got a donation from YouTube. Super thanks. The thing about YouTube is once you cross 1,000 subscribers, you can monetize the channel, and I've monetized it, but I've not made a single dime. I've not made a single rupee, single paisa from YouTube because YouTube takes a long time to actually make the payment. You have to cross like $100 threshold, and even after you cross that, uh, YouTube only gives me 70% of the ad revenue. It's not 70, I think 55% of the ad revenue, and 70% of the donations that you guys give if you guys choose to give through joining my community or donating through super thanks or whatever. So I'm thinking I'll do something that many other YouTubers have done. I believe Kushal Mehra has done this. Even Identity for Us, I think, has done this, where I will put my UPI number out, not my UPI number, but that UPI, like how Kushal Mehra says donate to Kushal Mehra at ICICI. I will probably put my UPI in the coming month. It's better if my audience can pay me through UPI directly to my bank account rather than paying me through YouTube, because YouTube will keep most of it. And I haven't made a single dime out of YouTube despite people donating to my channel. So it's kind of pointless. So I'll be very soon putting my UPI address out. So that's update number two. Update number three is I'm now a functional nutritionist. Woohoo! And I take consultations. So I did a 4 month course on functional nutrition. For those of you who have been watching my podcast, you guys know that I am trying to learn. I've been trying to learn a lot from the past 2 years, ever since this pandemic shit show began. I've been trying to learn a lot about diet, about nutrition, fitness, exercise, and so on. And as a part of that journey, I did my functional nutrition course, and I have passed the course. So I am now a certified functional nutritionist. So if any of you guys want some kind of diet advice, you can leave a comment or you can DM me on Instagram, and I can we can do something. We can do a consultation. Like just DM me and we can see from where we can see what to do from there. That's update number three. So update number four is I got my first YouTube strike. So last December, I had got Advocate Dipali Oja on my podcast. And for those of you who don't know, Dipali Oja is she's part of Indian Bar Association. She's the wife of Advocate Nilesh Oja, and This couple, they are amazing. And I was fortunate enough to meet both of them in person when I was in Mumbai. And so I got Dipali Oja on my podcast last December, and she unmasked this huge scam. Her team had actually filed a case against Bill Gates and against other Punawala. So YouTube has taken down that video too. I think last month they took down that video and they gave me my first YouTube strike, so I couldn't post for a week. And also, the thumbnails of my videos are not appearing, and it won't appear on the video, so you'll have to go to the description to find the thumbnails of all my podcasts now until November, because the strike that YouTube has put on me will remain for 3 months. I think it'll stay till November, so until then you won't be able to see the description on my video. And the YouTube censorship police is terrible, man. The big tech censorship is terrible. Most of you guys already know it. So please join my Telegram group. My Telegram group is called Projectionist. I will put it in the description. So it will serve as a backup if this channel ever gets taken down or if it gets censored. Follow me on Instagram. Join my Telegram community as well. It will serve as a backup. And update number 5 is I think this country is going through a weird phase. You see so many Hindu Muslim riots. Uh, there's more and more restrictions from the past 2 years. And I think it's about time that we start a community, a real community, a small community, not a big community, because I don't think most people would even be interested. So I intend on starting sort of a cultural movement. I plan on writing about this and posting it. I'll even make videos about what kind of community that I want to start. So within this community, I also want something like a tribe, a group of 5 to 10 men and women who are ready to even protect each other, even ready to die for each other, because that's how we used to be. We used to live in tribes, and today we are living in isolation. We don't trust our own families. So I want to draw a basic sketch on how a community or how a tribe should organize itself. And once the sketch is out, I will start put giving updates about this organizational structure on this channel. Okay, and my final update is, I've written a novel of around 290 pages. This is not relevant to the podcast, but I've written a novel of around 290 pages and I want to publish it. I want to find a good proofreader who will read the book and help me out with the necessary corrections, because my English vocabulary might not be fantastic. And once it's proofread, I would want to find a good small publisher who will help me publish the book and market the book. So if you guys know any good proofreaders or any good publishers, let me know. So those are the 6 updates that I wanted to give. So now I will ask any questions if there are any questions. If there are no questions, I guess it's time to end this live. So I can only see one question by Violet. Hello, how are you? I'm fine, Violet. I hope you're doing fine as well. So we have been doing this live for 8 minutes, and we'll wait for a couple more minutes. We'll see if anyone else joins. If nobody is joining, then I will end this live stream. I don't have anything more to say. So, just to give a quick recap, in this coming month, I won't be doing many podcasts. Probably, I won't do any podcasts. The second update is I will be putting my UPI address out, because I would rather get donations through UPI than through YouTube Super Thanks, because they take most of the money. Third update is I'm a functional nutritionist now and I do take consultations. So if you need a consultation from a nutritionist, you can DM me. Fourth update is join my Telegram group, because one of my YouTube video got taken down and YouTube is heavily censoring my videos. So if you want to support me and if you want to know more updates about me, join my Telegram group. It's called Projectionist. If you type Projectionist, Projectionist, I hope I spelled that right. If you type Projectionist into Telegram, you'll probably find my group. So join my Telegram group. And my fifth update is I want to start my own community, my own tribe. I think very soon I'll start doing meetups as well. I live right here in Mangalore, so I might do a meetup here in Mangalore. And in 2 weeks, I'll be traveling to Bangalore, where I'll stay for a week. So I might even do a meetup in Bangalore. So whenever I travel to places, if I travel to Mumbai or if I travel to Pune, I will do a meetup so that I can meet some of you guys. And my final update is that I've written a novel. I would like to publish it. If any of you guys know a good proofreader or a good small publisher, let me know. So that's a quick recap of my updates. So let's read more questions. So Dhruv says, "Hello Pratham." Hello Dhruv. I hope you're doing well. Violet, I'm not going to answer any more of your questions because I'm done answering your men's rights activist question. Cadbury, happy to support you. Thank you, Cadbury. Thank you for being a member of my community. Thanks a lot. So Dhruv asks, any plans to bring Animesh? Hey, I actually want to get Animesh on my podcast, and I've even tried contacting him. The last time spoke, I texted Animesh was in December, and we were talking about this whole lockdown situation. And I think last year he was living somewhere near Delhi. Right now, I think he's living somewhere in the woods near Rishikesh. He has I think he has merged with nature. You know how Animesh is. He's quite paranoid of technology, and rightfully so. Who I think we should all be paranoid about social media and technology. And I don't think you can get in touch with Animesh anymore, because I think he's staying away from internet and cell phone. So I can't really get Animesh on my podcast because I can't get in touch with him. But if I could get in touch with him, I would love to get him. So if you guys have any other podcast guest suggestions, let me know. But anyways, I won't be doing a lot of podcasts this month. This month, I'm thinking of putting more opinion pieces. I have a lot of opinions. I plan on sharing them this month. So if you guys have any other question, let me know. Okay. So, how was your experience with Sarhad? He's a clown. I don't know what YBH means. He's a clown? I don't think so, man. He seems like a genuinely interesting person. I think he likes to help men, and I think he makes a lot of sense. So, I don't know what you mean by saying that he's a clown. I am sorry, but I disagree with you. Okay, so if you guys have any other questions, any other comments, let's see. Let's go for another minute. Otherwise, I'll just end the stream. Okay. All right. So I'll put the comments on slow mode. You can only send one comment every minute, because otherwise people will start putting 10 comments in 10 seconds, and that would be quite annoying. So yeah. So Raga Ashish is here. Okay. Hello Pratham. Curious about the novel. What is it about? Are you planning on ebook version? Yes, I'll give you a little bit of background. So I have actually already published a book way back in 2015. I was just out of college, and I wrote this book called Stoned Clouds. It's still on Amazon, Flipkart, Barnes and Nobles. It's still there on all the websites. Even the ebook version is there. This was way back in 2015, when I was like, what, 2021. Okay. And I don't know, I just felt like writing something. And it's not even a novel, because a novel has to be minimum 200 pages, and this book was only 110 pages. Okay. And I don't think it's a very good novel. It's a very mediocre novel, written by a 20-year-old guy. So that was and I self-published that book. I had to put my own money. I had to get in touch with this company called Patridge Publishers in the US and get it published. But it was not a very good deal. I think I can do a better job. I think I can find better publishers. So that's what I'm trying to do right now. So this current novel that I'm writing, it's called well, I've not shared the name with anyone. It's called Praying at God's Funeral. And it's about this guy who goes from a small town to a big city. He's a singer, and he he's lost his mother and he hates his father for, even though his father is a nice guy. So he's a singer. He gets into a singing reality show, and he has a really good voice, but he doesn't get enough votes because in Indian reality shows, if you have to win, you have to get votes like Indian Idol and all these other shows. Even though he has the best voice, he doesn't get enough votes and is always in that bottom three. I don't know if you're familiar with Indian singing reality shows. So his close friend, who is also his manager and his agent, tells him, you know what, why don't you just lie? Why don't you just tell the whole world that your father used to beat you up as a kid? Just make up this lie so that you can get sympathy votes and win the singing contest. So he goes to an interview and he says, you know what, my dad was an alcoholic and used to beat me up, even though his dad never beat him. And he wins the singing contest right at the beginning of the novel. But now he and his manager has to navigate through these lies. They have a lot of guilt, and through these lies, through those Indian political circus, they have to survive. So that's how the novel begins. That's a small gist. There are multiple other characters as well. I don't want to go too deep into that. Maybe I'll do a separate episode about explaining what I'm working on in that novel. So yeah, that's it. That's about the book. So Dhruv asks, any plans to move abroad? Yeah, I want to move abroad, man, because see, I've got Jayant Bhandari on my show, and I know many of you guys hate him, even though I kind of like him. And I think he's right. I think you can't get a lot of things done in India. The West seems to be very comfortable place. You can do a lot of things. You can get a lot of things done. It's a very practical place. The people seem to be very practical. I mean, you can't get things done in India. It's very hard to get things done in India. We don't even have footpaths in India, for fuck's sake. So, I want to move abroad. I haven't started planning heavily yet, but right now, I recently got a job. I have a job from the past 2 months. Prior to that, I took a huge break from working, so I don't know where this job will go, but simultaneously, I'll try to move abroad because I'm kind of tired of this country. Yeah, that's it. I hope I've answered all of your questions, and I don't think there are any further questions for me. All right. Yeah, sure. Good luck, Dhruv, if you're planning to move to the US. Okay, Cadbury says Serbia is still a visa free for Indians. Hopefully, it stays like that. Try interviewing immigration agents. You'll get more interest immediately. Yeah, that was my plan to get someone like an immigration agent, or there are these influencers. Not I would Instagram influencers. There are these people on Instagram. They make videos specifically about how to move abroad, what is the procedure. They put out reels and they put out videos on how much it will cost you to move to certain European countries. I wanted to get people like that on my podcast, and immigration agent is also a good idea. I would love to get an immigration agent on my channel. I have so many questions, and if they could answer my questions, that would be great. That would make my journey of moving abroad much easier. Yeah. Hmm. Okay. All right, guys. This live has been going for almost 20 minutes. Thank you for all your questions. Thank you for all your support. I've given you my updates and I've answered most of your questions. I hope you're satisfied by my answers. Good night and take care of yourself.